We're pleased to be joined by the 2019 Valero Texas Open champion, Corey Connors. Corey, we're going to talk about that special week in a moment, but first, we are all, of course, dealing with this time in our life differently. What are you doing at home right now?
Yeah, I'm at home with my wife in South Florida, and yeah, we're keeping to ourselves, staying inside. We've been working out every day, spending lots of time in the kitchen, cooking meals, something that we both enjoy and like to eat as well. So that's a bonus after cooking and reading some books, just spending time together. We travel a lot, so it has been nice to be able to just be normal at home in this crazy time.
All right, Corey, you and your wife Mallory are in South Florida. Most of your family are still in Canada, where you grew up. Is the stress heightened a bit with the fact that you're separated by a border in different countries?
Yeah, it has been kind of strange. You know, we've been keeping in touch with them over FaceTime, and we did consider maybe going back there to be with them, but this is where our home is now. So we're kind of used to being away from them, I guess. But we've been really trying to keep connected with everybody back home, chatting with lots of people. My younger sister is expecting a child in about a month, so it would have been nice to kind of be up there for that. But we're comfortable down here in Florida.
Is your family doing okay?
Yeah, everyone is doing fine. We live in a small community, and I think everybody's taking it pretty seriously. My wife Mallory, her mom is a nurse, so she's been working a little bit, and she's making sure that we're following the rules. She's kind of relaying how serious things are to us, but everyone kind of in our community and in our families back home are doing well, so it's good.
Let's talk about last year's win at the Valero Texas Open. But before that, I want to go to the 2018 Valspar Championship. You played beautifully the first 3 days in Tampa and were in contention in the final day. You didn't win. So fast forward to 2019, what did you bring differently to the golf course in San Antonio compared to Tampa?
I think I was definitely much more relaxed last year at Valero compared to Tampa, my rookie season. I knew what to expect more. I knew it was important for me to sort of take things slowly and not get too antsy and moving around too quickly. It took me a long time to settle into my round in Tampa, the Valspar, my first year, and I knew just be relaxed, be ready to play, and take things slow for the Valero last year, and I was able to get off to a really great start. And I had played, been in the mix in some other tournaments earlier on last season, and I found that what I learned from the experience in Tampa really helped me, and I performed pretty well when I was in the mix earlier that season as well.
You mentioned getting off to a hot start. You had birdies on 4 of your first 5 holes, then 4 straight bogeys. However, on the closing 9, you had 6 birdies. How were you able to recapture momentum?
Yeah, it really was a strange round. Fortunately for me, my memory sticks with a lot of those birdies and kind of forgotten about the bogeys. But there's some difficult holes. It's a difficult golf course, and after making 4 bogeys to end the front 9, we took a cart ride from 9 to 10, and I was able to reset a little bit and just get refocused. I knew the next few holes were going to be playing a little bit easier. They were downwind, and the course had softened up with some rain that they had overnight. And I knew I was going to be able to attack a few of the holes and just tried to trust myself. I still had lots of confidence in my game. I'd hit so many good shots that week that I knew there was more in me, and just, tried to get it done.
One of the great memories from that afternoon are cameras catching your wife Mallory, the joy and the shock on her face. Did you see her outside the ropes as you were making your run?
No, I really didn't. The first kind of look I got was on some of the social media after I'd finished. And I was thinking about her when I was walking up 18, when I knew that, I was going to get it done. And I knew her emotions would be going wild, but, really didn't see her. There's a lot of people out there on the back 9, but she's my biggest fan. We've been through it all together, and it was really awesome to have her there. And everybody got to see how emotional she is, and how much she cares. She means just as much to her as it does to me. So it was a lot of fun having her there, and seeing those reactions is pretty cool. And we've been able to sort of relive them a little bit this week, and it's been nice.
Okay, after your victory at Valero, it was off to Augusta to compete in your first Masters, and then after that, it was the RBC Heritage. When in that busy stretch did you give yourself a moment to celebrate your first PGA Tour victory?
Yeah, it was nonstop, really. Getting home, unfortunately missed the cut at the RBC Heritage after playing pretty well in Augusta, and was able to get home for a day or two, and it sort of started to sink in then. But yeah, it was wild. Had a little celebration on Sunday after the Masters in Augusta with some friends who were there, but it was right back to work. So hadn't really did take it a little while to sink in, but it was pretty cool and a really fun experience. It was a great ride.
Corey, how would you describe the emotions of not being able to defend your first PGA Tour victory?
Yeah, obviously really disappointed, but it's pretty serious and pretty crazy what's been happening around us in the world, and it's much bigger than golf. So obviously I would love to be playing, but we've all got to do our part in this, and try and stay at home, keep to ourselves, and hope that'll lead us to getting back out there as soon as possible.
Okay, let's shift gears to the Olympics. Canada was the first country to proclaim that it would not send its athletes to the 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo. And we talked after that, and you were bummed because you thought if the games went on as scheduled, you would not be able to play for Canada in the Olympics. However, since then, the games have been postponed to 2021. So indeed, you now have a shot at being a part of the Olympics. How exciting is that for you?
Yeah, it really is exciting. I'm happy. They made a decision and committed to it, and it's going to be great to try and get on that team for next year. Still be a big goal of mine. I'm going to work really hard over the next year and beyond. Be really cool to be able to call myself an Olympian, and it's something that would mean a lot to me. So, I'm really excited that they're going to go ahead, even though it's delayed a year. I'm still going to have an opportunity to get on that team, and it's really exciting, something that I'm very much looking forward to.
Of course, we are still waiting for a PGA Tour schedule to emerge. It looks like at least the final third of 2020 will be compacted with big events. How do you mentally prepare for that?
Yeah, it'll be something new, something that I haven't experienced before, and none of the players have experienced before. So it'll be difficult, but right now I'm just excited to get back playing whenever that may be, and try and make the most of it. I've been, starting to play a little bit better, feeling great about my game, and getting, making improvements in parts of my game that have let me down a little bit. So, yeah, just can't wait to get back out there. It'll be interesting to see what happens. There's a lot of unknowns at the moment, but my hope right now is that we can get back playing as soon as possible, and can finish off the season really well.
Finally, the RBC Canadian Open is in jeopardy right now. It is scheduled to be played in June, but the Toronto mayor issued a statement saying that he is banning all gatherings through June, and that may affect the RBC Canadian Open. We're going to have to wait and see. How disappointing would it be for you as a Canadian if that tournament is taken off the schedule?
Yeah, that'll be another tough blow for me. Obviously, being from Canada, it's an event that I really love. RBC, is a great partner of the tour, and they put on a great event there. And there's so many Canadian fans, and they really support the Canadian players. So it's definitely an event that I would love to play. If it does end up getting canceled, hopefully maybe they can reschedule it for another time. With RBC being a great partner of the tour and having a couple events, I think it may have a chance to get a new date, but we'll have to see. But definitely an event that I would love to play.
Well, Corey, it's always great to catch up with you. We hope you and Mallory are safe in South Florida and the rest of your family are safe in Canada as well.
Thanks very much. Same to you.